money on commercials, trust me, I would know. That's why they can offer you and my mother unlimited talk, text, and plenty of data on a crazy fast 5G network for just $25 a month. And if you're a business owner, you could really save a fortune. Dial pound 250, say the words Mike Rowe, and you'll get an additional 50% off your first month. That's pound 250 Mike Rowe. Pure talk, everything you need and nothing you don't.
Want that ride that is fun, affordable, and street legal? Check out ETG Outdoors in Montgomery. They have huge discounts on electric golf carts with many brand new units under 10 grand. New and used inventory, financing available, and they service what they sell. ETG Outdoors even provides lithium battery conversions and free delivery with purchase. Whether it's for the neighborhood, the farm, or just fun, ETG Outdoors, 7006 Vaughn Road, or online at etgoutdoors.com. Cruise smarter, drive electric. ETG Outdoors, your ride to freedom starts here.
Approximately 40 minutes.
Taxes was feeling unwelcome. Now Taxes is an open door, literally, to new. Your taxes for you. Get real-time updates while you go about your day. Confident your taxes are done right. Now this is Taxes. Intuit TurboTax. NYC opening soon. Real-time updates only in iOS mobile app.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting great candidates? Well, they're not hard to find when you go to ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. People who are actively looking for jobs like yours. So it's easy to find the right person fast. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first. Right? At ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Rich Thomas Weather is brought to you by Alabama Wholesale Lumber. For tough, good-looking roofs, it's Tamco Shingles from Alabama Wholesale Lumber. For great folks and great prices, call Alabama Wholesale Lumber.
Rich Thomas Weather.
Well, hi, everybody. The Arctic chill hangs on, and tonight, with mostly clear skies, I think we're headed for the low 30s again. Could we flirt with another freeze? It's not out of the question. Tomorrow, Wednesday, things start to turn around with sunshine and a high in the upper 60s. That's a move in the right direction. We're back in the 70s Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. A nice late week recovery. Risk of showers holding off till late Saturday night into Sunday. From the Blue Water Weather Center, this is Rich Thomas.
The views and opinions of the following program are solely those of the host and other contributors. These do not necessarily represent those of Liberty Acquisitions 825, Blue Water Broadcasting, its management, staff, or any advertisers.
Blah, 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 blah. Is everybody done?
We get Montgomery talking 24 hours a day. The River Region's most trusted voice. News Talk 93.1 FM, WACV.
Mr. President, your wife called. She's busy in New York. She won't be coming home this weekend.
Thanks, Betty. Okay, fellas, it's party time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Everybody in the limo. Come on, let's ride to the liquor store around the corner. The wife's out of town, so I think I really want to call some names from my little black book. Guaranteed to make this party cook. We'll call Angela and Pamela and Buffy and Vicky, and before you know it, everything will be freaky. We're going to throw it down, then we're going to pick it up. These girls are cute as a little speckled pup. I know I said that I'd learn my lesson, but I just can't keep from messing. A little bit of Monica in my life, a little bit of Erica by my side, a little bit of Rita, if you please, a little bit of Tina, she's a sleaze, a little bit of Sandra, she's so funky, a little bit of Mary, she's kind of chunky, a little bit of Jessica's what I see, a little bit of break from Hillary.
Mr. President, the girls from Cooters are here, sir.
All right, send them right in. Hey, girls, come on in. Y'all are looking good. Hey, those chicken wings? Yeah, put them on the conference table right over there. Hey, y'all want to see the war room? Jump up and down. and move it all around. Put your hands in the air, throw your clothes on the ground, then climb on board and we'll have fun. Want to take a ride on Air Force One? We'll fly so high we'll touch the sky, and if we get caught, we'll lie. A little bit of Sandy on my lap, a little bit of Tiffany, she likes rap, a little bit of Rita, if you please, a little bit of Tina, she's a sleaze, a little bit of Sandra on the fly, a little bit of Mary on the sly, a little bit of Jessica raising Cain, a little break from that old ball and chain.
Mr. President, the diplomatic pouch from Jamaica just arrived, sir.
All right, light that baby up. Hey, want to see me inhale? Here we go. Smooth. A little bit of Monica in the house, a little bit of something on her blouse, a little bit of Rita, she's a go, a little bit of Tina, she's a hoe, a little bit of Sandra on the desk, a little bit of Mary, she's the best, a little bit of Jessica in my life, a great big secret from my wife. Hey, girls, me and you, I can get y'all a job at Revlon too. You know me, I love the freak. See you, babe, same time next week. All right, hey.
Mr. President, Mrs. Clinton just called. She will be arriving after all.
Uh-oh. Okay, everybody. Cross the smoke. Cross the smoke. Straighten this place up. Hey, honey. Welcome home.
Calling all stations. Clear the air lanes. Clear all air lanes for the big broadcast.
It is the big broadcast on this Veterans Day 2025. Happy hour. I'm your gracious, occasionally trucker and host, Greg Udell. Pamela Dubuque, veteran. We honor her today. And then for a little fun, Master Thespians on the way.
And here they are.
Fake applause, please. I did not ask permission to post that adorable. I mean, I realized you were in the Air Force in uniform, but I had to post that picture. It came up in my feed and I said, where's the share button on this? So I hope you're not mad.
No, not at all. Actually, I screenshotted it and sent it to Cameron with the little like smiling, crying faces like, oh, he shared me.
I did. Although I don't want to. Any other broadcasting facilities that are lurking in the weeds to try and steal this woman, you'll have to go through Joey. Because I'm too old to, really get physical. But Joey, he's in good shape. What did I just do? I thought I might have done that. I double posted something stupid. It's what would happen if we colonized Mars. So let me take one of these down because I want to see. Last I checked, we had a lot of response. I was surprised because it's a holiday. We work in an area that's loaded with government stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So it was a slow start this morning. I got busy towards the end. Oh, look who's coming in.
Hey.
The master thespian himself.
How are you?
Oh.
We're pretty good.
All right. Cool.
Look at those
that
almost
is
300 responses
To what?
to your picture.
Oh,
Okay.
Reactions.
You look like you're 12 years old in that picture.
I was 19.
Oh my goodness. It's such a great picture.
Yeah, thank you.
But I was just like, it's so baby.
Have you read the comments?
I did read some of them earlier. People were very kind.
Well, you're a very good person, and we like you very much. So, there.
Aw.
A lot of people
Wow.
appreciate
Thank you for
what
your
you've done
service.
for our country and what you're doing right now with your AMS studios and with the radio.
Only experienced veteran could deal with me anyway. So
Well, there you are. I could sit on you, but that's about all I can do. It would probably keep you from doing much of anything. I did bring, though, some Priesters pecans
Oh.
These are the double chocolate dips. So I want you guys to try these out. As you can see, I could not withhold from opening them and having a few myself.
Oh, I don't know if I can do any chocolate.
Are you over chocolate right now? We'll let Pamela try one. See what you think.
No, yeah, man. I got to do it.
This headphone just zapped my ear.
Uh-oh. Is that the one that's got the yeah.
Gosh.
Here, try this one. I
This
brought a
one
pair-
is supposed to be a good one.
Yeah, I brought a pair of headphones from
Ooh.
home. So
Wow. Okay, I'm awake.
here, plug that in over there.
Hey, tomorrow after the show, we adjourn to Baumhauer's. And if you haven't seen, I'm just giving you a heads up now, the holiday menu, a huge seller. And they should never really take it off the menu, but I'm not going to tell Bob how to run his business.
How?
But the holiday menu is out, and they've got the turkey is back. The almost fried turkey sandwich.
Oh, that should be good.
Yes.
That should be good.
It's Pawpaw Baumhauer's almost fried turkey platter.
Ooh. Yeah.
And that's sliced, almost fried turkey breast, served over cornbread dressing, topped with mushroom gravy, served with scratch-made green beans, garlic mashed, and cranberry sauce.
Oh, wow.
Yum.
Why wait till Thanksgiving? When they first put it back on the menu, they sold out of it so fast that they had to recalibrate their supplies. So, but it is so good. And that's not the only one, though. The Hot Bama Brown is back. And that was developed at the Brown Hotel in Louisville, Kentucky in 1925 by a guy named Fred Schmidt. We use our almost fried turkey placed on barbecue bread. I'd love to know what that tastes like.
Oh, yeah.
Mushroom gravy, Blanco and Parmesan cheese. Ooh, this is just coming together beautifully. Finished with applewood smoked bacon, fresh tomatoes, with garlic mashed potatoes. So if what I'm talking about appeals to you, come by and join us tomorrow after the show.
Yeah.
We've had some nice turnouts as the weather has gotten colder.
And you know what? You'll pay the same price you'd pay for some fast food junk for some good home cooking.
Yes.
And you're hanging out with friends.
And you're hanging out with friends.
Yeah. I always actually been struggling with this. The Dow is up 559 points.
What?
Oh, what happened?
Wow. Well, the Senate voted finally to open the government back up.
It's almost at 48,000.
Did you hear that Pam Bondi forwarded documents regarding looking into the Clinton Foundation?
Oh, we're going to get to that.
she
In fact, I have
now?
John Solomon here, who always, I like John Solomon. He's extremely credible, but he always seems to have a little smile whenever he's bringing information that might bring down Hillary.
Mhm. As we all should.
So let's see what he has to. Yes.
Oh, yep.
I wanted to wait till I got to the good part to share it. I was so good at this yesterday.
I know.
One day later, I've already forgotten. Well, I mean, there is a good reason for this. I suck at this job. Okay. Is it shared?
Yes.
Here we go. John Solomon, everybody.
JustTheNews.com. We've been following the story of James Comey. He's indicted for lying to Congress, saying he never authorized any of his staff to leak to the media. And late last week, as we told you, he played the victim card. I'm being maliciously prosecuted because Donald Trump hates me. Well, today, the Kash Patel FBI and the lead attorney prosecuting his case, Lindsay Halligan, well, they responded, and they responded with a lot of evidence. What did they respond with? James Comey's own emails and his own handwritten notes. And what do they show? They show that James Comey was clearly aware that his top aide was providing information anonymously to the news media. Not only was he aware of it, he wrote in a private email, "Good job, my friend," actually congratulating him when Dan Richman, one of his top lieutenants, told him what he had just done with the New York Times. Yes, just like the indictment said, the story is about Hillary Clinton's email, so it backs up the government's case that Comey was authorizing leaks through his staff to reporters concerning a Hillary Clinton case, just like they argued. But they went a little bit further. It turns out that when Kash Patel found those burn bags in that secret room where a whole bunch of FBI evidence was sitting, they found something special, some handwritten notes by James Comey. What do those handwritten notes show? He appeared to be aware in September 2016 that of the U.S. intelligence intercept that Hillary Clinton had approved a plan to hang a fake Russian shingle on Donald Trump's house, campaign house. Now, that's important because the handwritten notes don't match with James Comey's testimony. James Comey told Congress, that doesn't sound familiar. I don't think I ever knew about that. He wrote about it in his hand notes. And finally, one will ask, well, why would James Comey do this? What was the motive? Today's emails that were just released in the court filing give us one other answer. He wrote to Dan Richmond, his lieutenant, that he fully expected soon to be working for President-elect Hillary Clinton. That's emails. So he was waiting to work for Hillary Clinton, and he thought that Hillary Clinton would be grateful for the way he did things in handling her email case. That wasn't what, the victim card I think James Comey was planning to play. But all of that emails, all of those letters, all those court filings, even the handwritten notes, we just posted them at justthenews.com. You can go check them out today. We'll have more of that breaking news all throughout the night.
You're kidding me.
Wow. Here's the thing, though. We know where are they trying the Comey cases? I hope it's not in Virginia.
I don't know.
I think that one is in Virginia.
Is it?
But that
do we think there's enough people there of an honest heart that are going to overlook all of that evidence and let that son of a bitch loose? He belongs behind bars. In a normal society, he'd be pleading for a deal.
Well, see, that sheds light on what happened in July of 2015 when he said, well, there's nothing to see here.
Oh, no. Knew that. I can give you the specific date. That was July 5th, 2016.
Oh, 2016. So that's before the election. Yeah.
During the,
Right
actually,
before.
during the campaign, I was driving to North Carolina to spend the rest of the 4th of July holiday with Goose. And so I'm listening to the radio, and I caught the entire Comey press conference. And he spent an incredible amount of time delineating over 500 instances, 500, where she broke the law and violated national security protocols. And I couldn't believe, when I arrived in Boone, North Carolina at the end of the drive, I was in a really, because at the end he says, well, no reasonable prosecutor would pursue this.
Wow.
Yeah, are you kidding me?
I was just, that was also one of those disheartening moments where you realize these people have more power and are playing to a specific party.
Well, and
Republicans at least have held their ground on this shutdown. And I don't think, there's always going to be a certain percent who will blame Republicans for the fact it's cold outside today. Climate change, it's your fault. But
well, I heard about a Maryland government agency that on their phone, you phone message, you call in and you push the button to find out if you're getting your benefits. So the message played out that the Trump administration stopped your SNAP benefits. The Trump administration is responding. It's like,
No.
what?
No.
This is in Massachusetts, and they're blaming the Trump administration for what the Democrats did. I'm like, you people just have no shame. You have no shame.
I understand, though, that I wish I could recall the website. One of them, though, does blame the Democrats for the Democratic shutdown. And let's face it,
That's refreshing.
Well, I find it funny, too, that the Democrats that are upset about them striking the deal are now blaming Chuck Schumer. It's all your fault. That's all your fault.
That party's in the middle of a civil war.
Didn't you say it was Trump's fault a couple of days ago, and now you're saying it's all Chuck Schumer's fault? What?
And the others. How about John Fetterman? A couple of
they're going for him.
Dick Durbin was one of the 8 Democrats that voted to end it. Now, he's retiring. He's one of the worst in the Senate on the Democratic side.
Yeah.
Total libtard. I was shocked to see his name there, and I'm wondering what's really going on. Why his sudden retirement and everything else.
I don't know.
I think, look, my whole life I've had friends who were Democrats, and we never had trouble. We just had different approaches to solving this problem or that problem. and we could have spirited debates, but nobody wanted to kill each other, and nobody wanted to say, "I don't want to be friends with you anymore."
Yeah, you were still friends.
I can't be friends with a Democrat today. I'll be point blank honest. If you really believe the BS that you're spewing, I'm sorry. I just.
Yeah. Did you hear what Rob Schneider said at the Turning Point USA event?
After the left started their riots outside that event?
Yeah.
In Berkeley?
Yeah. And also what he was talking about his encounter with Robert De Niro at the 50th anniversary celebration of Saturday Night Live.
Oh.
Yeah. He talked about how I was trying very hard not to get eye contact, not to get close to him, but they kept pushing me closer and closer. And finally somebody pushed him from behind and he bumped into De Niro. And De Niro turns around and goes, "Schneider, how can you support that schmuck? Trump is just schmuck." And it's funny because Rob Schneider said the only thing that could go through my mind at that moment was Robert De Niro knows who I am. So what comes out of his mouth is, "I love you. I love you." And De Niro just looks at him funny and turns back around. And he said, "That's what we got to do. We can't argue with these people. We can't throw rocks
You
at
just
these
say something so out of pocket, it disarms them completely.
Yeah, it just shocked him. He said, "That's how we got to deal with these people. The people that are outside of Berkeley that are protesting. We don't need to match their violence. We need to match their violence with love."
See, I can't do that. I have this like major malfunction where I just want to poke the bear. I don't want them to be violent, and I'm not going to be violent, but I will be mouthy. There are people who can attest to that.
That's why we love you.
I just,
well, I mean, sometimes people.
That's
just
why
need
me
to
and
be
my
told the
sister didn't
truth.
talk for like 9 months this year.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Because I wouldn't back down. I don't agree. I don't think things are sensible that she thinks are sensible.
This all goes back to one person. All of it. Every bit of it goes to one person.
Do it.
Barack Obama.
Do the sound.
Whoa, whoa.
I'm the one we've been waiting for.
Uh-huh.
That prick has all of this, the division, the extreme leftism, he created a permission for that. This crack pottery. We've got a new Mamdani song we're going to play in a couple of minutes. New York, he's already introduced the person who will mastermind the $1.1 billion plan to get rid of the police and replace them with social workers.
What?
As if nobody's seen subway attacks and other crimes in New York City. It's almost a weekly thing or a multi-weekly thing. Violent crimes. And what are you going to do? Call up and somebody with a clipboard's going to come up that weighs 140 pounds and has questions?
Right. The only thing they're armed with is their mind. Yeah, that's going to work out well.
They're not going to last long at all.
This
It's
is
going to
why
turn
we
into
use the term
Cambodia.
libtard. That is I'm sorry.
That's just not smart.
Well, people have got till December the 31st to get out.
Oh,
I mean, at this point, it's like just pack up the kids, pack up the stuff, get the heck out of Dodge.
I mean, that's been happening to an extent. De Blasio was another one. You know, he's a freaking communist, but he had more of a sense of what he could get away with, or experiment with, and he was as corrupt as the day is long. His police chief is, screwing somebody in the office, and it just
Oh, yeah. The overtime scandal.
it's $500,000 to New Yorkers. What do you? What's wrong with you people?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's the thing I'm going to be watching for is that many of these things he's saying he was going to do, he can't. There's no way. It's impossible. And what's going to happen when he's not fulfilling his promises? Are these people that voted for him going to turn on him? Are they going to want to get him out? I don't know.
I don't think it'll take long. I mean, the
No, I don't think it
governor
will either.
herself, another genius, has already said, "I'm not underwriting your big plans with New York State tax dollars." It's just so insane. Yet, if Hochul ran tomorrow, she'd probably win. They got Elise Stefanik who wants to run against her, and she'd be great for New York.
Yes, she would.
I don't get it. Well, I'll tell you what. We know there's been a giant exodus. There was in 2020 during COVID when Cuomo was murdering his citizens with stupid decisions. Sorry. So they've been. This is why it seems like it's getting worse there, because most people, even reasonable Democrats, are getting out.
Yeah.
Democrats talk a good game, but bottom line, they don't want to pay higher taxes. They like having their own money.
Well, it's the thing. The people
it's your money they need.
The people that have money, they've got the means to get out. It's the people that don't have money, just the everyday citizens that can't afford to leave.
Yeah,
they're going to get stuck. They're going to suffer. That's not going to be pretty.
Well, here's what we're going to do at the moment. By the way, what is the? I did a bike ride today.
Yeah.
And what I'm doing now is I'm doing a half hour or a little more than that. I'm not trying to count miles. Let's see what the current temp is, because it was cold, even with the sun.
Oh yeah,
54. And then as darkness settles in, the temperature will be in the low 30s by tomorrow morning. I'll tell you, this morning it was frigid. Right. At 3:27, we're going to get our good friend Chain Smoking Menthol Meredith has her take on the New York City shutdown, traffic, Blue Water News. Oh, and I should mention that bombhowers.com is where you need to go to get more details on that holiday menu. And we do hope you'll join us tomorrow. Menthol Meredith.
Well, everybody in their ferrets talking about that New York City mayor crap. I haven't really been following it, though, because I've just been so dang busy up keeping my vape charged and making nachos. I dabbled in politics back in 97 when I ran for something. Can't remember what, but I did make campaign koozies printed with my slogan, Vote Meredith. What's the worst that could happen? They do call me the mayor of Motel 6, though, because that's where I got detained, fired, and baptized all in the same night. The good old days. Okay, y'all, I gotta go. I burned my tongue on a Hot Pocket, so it hurts like heck every time I say the letter T. Ow!
I never thought about that. It's 3:29. Traffic and news.
Well, we had an accident Taylor Road at East Chase. We believe that has cleared. And with that, we are looking really good all over the area. Light to mostly moderate traffic, and that's really about it. Prattville, Millbrook, Wetumpka reporting the same. Buckle up, drive carefully. We'll be here to update you if any accidents happen to slow you down. At McKenna Nissan, they have over 100 used cars in stock, 0% financing up to 60 months on select models. It's worth the drive. McKenna Nissan, exit 212 off I-65 in Clanton. Wendell J., Montgomery Skywatch Traffic.
From the Blue Water Broadcasting News Center, these are today's top stories. Montgomery police are investigating a shooting that left a man fighting for his life Monday. The incident happened in the 4200 block of Strathmore Drive, where officers responded to find a man suffering from a life-threatening gunshot wound. The unidentified victim was taken to a nearby hospital in critical condition. No other details were made available. Elmore County is pressing forward with phase 1 of its Enhance Elmore plan, continuing the construction of a new administrative building. This comes even as voters recently rejected the second part of the plan to fund the construction of a new jail. The $14 million project is being funded through a combination of increased fees and taxes. The Montgomery Warming Center is issuing an urgent call for volunteers. The Warming Center is located at the Crump Center on Congressman Dickinson Drive. Volunteers will check in guests, distribute supplies, and monitor the space to ensure safety. For more information on volunteering at the Warming Center, go to the City of Montgomery website. From the Blue Water Broadcasting News Center, I'm Sky Mosley.
Hannah, did we just really open up our own real estate brokerage?
We sure did. Hannah and Eddie Realty Group is officially here.
So this isn't just another name in real estate?
Nope. It's still us, the same hardworking individuals. It's just us leveling up to give our clients the best service possible.
More experience, more energy, and more results.
Exactly. Because at the end of the day, who you have on your sign matters. So give me, Hannah Grantham, a call at 334-368-6358.
Or Eddie Bader at 334-322-2358. 0662.
From weddings and concerts to cookouts and construction sites, TT Porta Toilets has been serving Central Alabama for over 30 years. Whether you need standard portable toilets with wash stations or upscale restroom trailers for special events, the Tierce family has the right solution for every occasion. So when you're planning your next big event or project, make it easy on yourself. Call 285-5513. Or visit ttportatoilet.com. TT Porta Toilets. Clean, convenient, dependable.
Approximately 40 minutes.
Taxes is feeling unwelcome. Now Taxes is an open door, literally, to new TurboTax stores. Meet our experts in person.
Hi, welcome in.
They're powered by Smart Tech and ready to do your taxes for you. Get real-time updates while you go about your day. Confident your taxes are done right. Now this is Taxes. Intuit TurboTax. NYC opening soon. Real-time updates only in iOS mobile app.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting great candidates? Well, they're not hard to find when you go to ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. People who are actively looking for jobs like yours. So it's easy to find the right person fast. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Hello, everyone. Robbie Pelt with Capital City Roofing. If you think about it, your home is your biggest investment in life. Your roof covers your home, so why jeopardize your biggest investment on a roofer you don't know anything about when you can deal with a reputable roofing company like Capital City Roofing? We have an A+ Better Business rating and the best manufacturers and workmanship warranties available. We do all residential and commercial roofing applications that are certified through the manufacturer to ensure you get the best material and workmanship money can buy. We also have your project in our best interest before and after construction has been done. Don't hesitate to call us if you have any roofing issues or questions. We will match any of our competitors' price and give you the same great workmanship warranty. We also give free estimates. Give us a call today and let us show you the difference. 277-3311. That's 277-3311. Or you can check us out on the web at www.capitalcityroofing.com. Capital City Roofing. We capitalize the roofing industry.
I bought your Christmas present, and it's custom so you can't return it.
What is it? Where'd you get it?
Delta Printing. I ordered monogrammed wine glasses for my sister, photo ornaments for Grandma's tree. I also got Mom custom table linens and printed your face on golf balls for your brother.
Delta can do all that? I thought they were just business printing and signs.
Nope, Delta Printing and Sign can do it all.
Delta Printing and Sign. Your one stop for Christmas cards, custom gifts, business cards, and more. Visit letdeltadoit.com. or call 271-COPY.
If it concerns your community, you'll hear about it on News Talk 93.1. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
In honor of National Recycling Week, we want to remind you of things that can be recycled, like bottles, certain plastic containers, that white little table-looking thingy in your pizza box. What is that thing even called? I mean, do they have a name for it at the pizza place? Does someone say, we need more little white mouse tables? You'd think the people who work at the recycling plant see millions of those. What are the chances that those little pizza tables would be made into a white plastic patio table? That would be funny. Anyway, remember to recycle. It makes the world a better place. One pizza box, white little table looking thingy at a time.
335. What is the purpose of that? We have a pizza expert here in the studio.
Yes, Yes, what's the question that you have?
Those plastic things that come with some pizzas.
Yeah.
What is the purpose of those?
Well, you talk about the little thing that goes in the middle.
Yeah.
It's supposed to keep that box lid from coming down on the pizza.
Is that what that does?
Yeah.
Its job
It's
is
a little
to
table.
keep you from getting your pizza smooshed. Smooshed, I say.
Is that a problem?
Not all places have that. And some, like Domino's, their boxes are pretty rigid. They're corrugated, so they're pretty substantial. You don't really have that problem. But other places use like the really thin pasteboard, so you got to have that little plastic thing to keep your pizza from getting squished.
Especially if it's like a really large box. You know, the inside of it tends to dip down when it's a really big pizza.
So
the more you know.
Yep.
I thought I may have seen you last week.
Yes. You may have.
On Zelda.
Yes.
Is that where?
See, here's what had happened. They were working on the cooler at the store on Atlanta Highway. They were replacing the compressor because it was not doing as good a job in keeping the temperature as we wanted. So the boss said, okay, we're going to spend thousands of dollars to replace this. And while they're working on this, you guys are going to be stationed out of Zelda Road until we get it fixed. That was kind of a nightmare.
Yeah, because the Zelda store has a parking lot for like 4 cars.
Yeah, and it's really, really small. So you've got the workers from 2 stores all crammed in this one little bitty store. We kind of felt like we were the relatives home for the holidays and, sleeping on the couch. It just was weird. It was weird. But thankfully they got the cooler fixed at the Atlanta Highway store and we're back there again.
Oh, so that explains it.
Yeah.
Usually they're pretty efficient there.
Yeah. But, it was a little crazy, especially during Friday night and during football on Saturday.
Friday. Yeah,
but, we did the best we could. We made it work. And you just have to. I mean, it's that sort of thing. If you gripe about it, it's not going to fix the problem. You just got to, grind your teeth together and just buckle up and do it. Yeah. It's like the military, you can complain about things, but it's not really going to help. You just got to do what you got to do.
That's why my motto in life literally is the only way out is through.
Yeah. Yeah,
Because
exactly.
what other choice do you have in like almost anything?
For some reason, I'm looking at you and I'm wondering, what food did the military serve you that you liked? I'm curious.
That's a good question.
Really, when you're hungry,
So-
I've been hungry. I'll eat. What is it?
Yeah.
That's pretty much my motto too. If I'm hungry, I'll eat. I mean, but the best thing was breakfast in the chow hall, getting waffles or pancakes. And they're just like whatever, frozen and then reheated. They're not they're not made in front of you.
Not
no.
Chef made Belgian waffle. Yeah.
But with the little cups of peanut butter and then maple syrup on them.
Yeah.
That was like everybody's favorite at Basic.
Did they ever give you stuff like bacon?
Yeah.
Could you take as much as you want?
No.
Yeah.
I mean, once you're at Basic, you just get whatever, you pick from a line and they just give you a little forkful or whatever.
I'm just
whatever.
asking questions because I did not serve. It wasn't because, in fact, I would have been a member of the United States Air Force. Well, it didn't happen. You didn't have to worry about it.
Mhm.
But that was my choice, depending on how I went through a couple of those draft lotteries.
Oh, yeah. I got recruited pretty heavily by a Marine recruiter. I was in the high school band. And so he was pitching me, you could be in the Marine band and do that. And the clincher for me was, well, can you guarantee I'd get in? It's like, oh, no, I can't do that. You'll have to audition and yuck, yuck, yuck. And I was like, yeah, I don't think so. Because knowing me, my ASVAB score probably would have put me in spook school. I would have been, doing intelligence or sneaking around, stabbing people in the back, stuff like that.
My score qualified me for all but like one job, I think.
Wow.
I had pick of the litter.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep. And I wanted to do fire school.
Yeah.
But I did not want to rappel. I was like, I'm not doing that.
Yeah. But my life would have been a lot different.
I repel people all the time. I don't know what's the big deal with that.
Yeah, my life would have been very different if I'd gone in the military.
Master thespian, spook.
Yeah,
it's a coded message.
My sister she's so smart. She's a liberal, so I mean, obviously,
many are
book smart.
Yeah.
They're intellectually,
but she went to Northeastern in Boston for physical therapy and then decided to drop out like right before her 3rd year.
Oh man.
And joined the Air Force also. But she went active duty where I went to the Air National Guard because I was going to go to school.
Right.
And then I wanted to stay at home. She went active duty and her ASVAB score qualified her for pretty much anything.
What is ASVAB an acronym for?
That's it's like the SAT for the military.
It's like
It's your qualifying test to see where your skill set is, where your strong suits are for different job qualifications.
yeah. I'm looking at the meaning of the acronym.
Armed Services Vocational Aptitude Battery, I think.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's exactly it.
I'm good with acronyms.
Yeah.
But my sister joined, and she's so smart. She became an airborne cryptologic linguist and learned Mandarin Chinese.
Oh, wow.
This is
Yes.
interesting. This gives us my sister, Jody, joined the Army. She was the first in the family to have some struggles, and to get herself straight, she enlisted.
Yeah.
She ended up in Guam decoding Chinese
Yeah.
messages.
And my sister was airborne, so she was doing that in a plane.
My sister received a special citation for being the American who decoded the message that Mao Zedong had died.
Wow.
Which was significant at that time. And to this day, she knew things that she said, who's going to find out? Tell me something I don't already know. And she wouldn't do it.
So what did she do after that?
She served, I think, 5 or 6 years, 7 years, something like that. And then she was a gifted artist. She did that. She was in radio for a while in San Diego.
See, my sister got out of the military, let her top secret and clearance completely go, has done nothing with it. They could have 6-figure jobs.
Oh, yeah. Really easy.
Right. As soon as they sign their paperwork and separate, they can go on and do anything for the government, basically.
Jody is currently living near my nuclear physicist sister in Livermore, California. And she's kind of semi-retired.
But
disability.
So my sister went and literally has done all kinds of artsy things. She went to art school. She did get her bachelor's. She went to art school. She had a hat company making hats. She had a I don't know what you call it, a collaboration with Free People, the retailer, made custom hats for Free People, and they were sold in their stores. When I went to Nashville and went to a store, I picked up one of her hats and showed it to her. But she went completely away from that super intellectual job she was doing, and that now she's actually back in school for her master's to become a librarian.
Interesting.
How about that?
Yeah.
Where's she living?
In Tucson, Arizona.
You know, I was driving down the road in Tucson one time. I had 7 women on my mind. 4 that want to owe me, 2 that want to stow me.
One says she's a friend of yours.
Here's a call from Pat.
Good afternoon, guys.
Hi.
When you were talking about food in the chow hall, Pam, I remember I went to pilot training at Columbus Air Force Base in 1976, and we used to go to we had early week. You had to be to work at 3 o'clock in the morning, so you go to the Airman's Dining Hall, even though we were second lieutenants. And my dear God, for 55 cents, you get this plate full of food that was just, you can't even describe it. Well, after Christmas break, we come back and they said, oh, we've done an audit and we found out that because you're officers, you have to pay the surcharge. Our 55-cent breakfast went to 85 cents.
Oh, man.
Wow.
This is back in the day when they still, they had, military cooks, and the food was outstanding.
Oh, yeah.
And then referencing Master Thespian's guarantee with the Marine Corps, if you've got a recruiter that says he'll guarantee you something, if his lips are moving, he's lying.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No kidding.
Before I graduated from the academy, I had a recruiter talking to me. We could jump service. You could go to different military branches. And I wanted to fly helicopters. Yeah. And I didn't get one of the Air Force slots. And the Marine Corps recruiter says, oh, I'll guarantee you a helicopter, son, once you get through Parris Island.
Yeah.
And when I went down to sign the paperwork, because I was going to do it, he said, you're not doing something stupid like getting married, are you? And I said, I'm getting married the day after graduation. He tore my papers up in front of me. He said, son, enjoy your career in the Air Force. If the Marine Corps wanted you to have a wife, they would issue you one.
Oh, my gosh.
Wow.
Well, anyway.
Yeah. Well, I was pretty good on the trumpet. I probably could have gotten in something. I don't know if I would have gotten in the official Marine band, but, they got bands all over on bases everywhere and for all sorts of things. And,
Yeah.
But looking back on it, I probably could have gotten in, but I think what would have happened is that they would have put me somewhere else
Mhm.
because I had high scores on everything. I had, I was near the top of my class in high school. My SAT score was great. My ACT score was great. So
yeah,
I
they
had
would
a
have said, "You're
feeling-
too smart for that, man."
Yeah, I
we're
think
going to
they
use
would have
that big
done that.
brain of yours.
They would have done that.
Yeah.
My uncle got drafted in Vietnam. Now, my uncle had a BS in engineering and was working on his master's in nuclear engineering at the University of Tennessee when he got drafted. Well, this was before they did the ASVAB test. The ASVAB test started coming out in 1968 and they implemented it in 76. But they put him as an infantryman.
Well, that's what they needed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But somehow somebody missed the fact that he was studying how to make nuclear weapons.
Mm-hmm.
And he was there for a couple of months until somebody looked at his paperwork and went, wait a minute, we're putting somebody in the front lines that if he gets captured can help the Viet Cong build a bomb. We need to get him out of there.
Yeah.
So
I did a tour as an OTS instructor in San Antonio, and I had a student that washed out. And he had a double major, it was astro-aero. And
Oh, wow.
he goes through basic. Went through basic because he was what they called a CSEP, College Senior Engineering student.
Yeah.
And we didn't want to wash him out because he was a nice guy, but he just failed 5 of the exams, So
that's odd.
Our vice commandant at the time told him, he says, "Mr. Herman, if there's anything we can ever do for you, let us know." Well, 6 weeks later, I get a phone call from Mr. Herman, Airman Basic, and he says, "Captain Burbank, they're going to make me a fireman in Chanute." And this guy's got an astro-aero major degree. He says, "Is there anything Colonel Hastings can do?" And Colonel Hastings made a phone call, and he got stationed at the Jet Propulsion Lab at Edwards as a airman first.
Yeah.
Wow.
Working with 2 second lieutenants that were in his class.
Wow.
And then a year later, he comes back through OTS, and I got to commission him. So
Cool.
Great stories.
Yeah.
Great stories,
Anyway.
Pat. Thank you so much for
Y'all
joining us.
have a blessed day.
And
Thank
thank
you,
you
Pat.
for your
Thank you.
service.
Thank you, Pat.
Thank you, sir.
Reader's Digest used to have a thing called military humor.
I loved
Yes.
the Reader's
Yes.
Digest and all those.
Oh,
Yeah.
I read that all growing up. And
Me
It'd
too.
be fun to hear more stories like that this afternoon. Be a great way to salute veterans too.
Yeah.
So
I
if you
thought
have a
about
fun-
one thing that my unit used to have at the Chow Hall. It was always really good, and it was a vegetable lasagna,
Well, that's
which I
cool.
had never eaten before.
Yeah.
And then I tried it there, and I was like, "This is incredible."
Well, I
That's
am
cool.
at the current moment exerting my wonderful example of military discipline. I just looked at the clock. It's 3:50.
What?
Good stories make
Oh, my goodness.
the time fly. So I'm a little behind here.
Yeah, but your advertisers want you to advertise their product.
Yes.
So you
Well,
need to get caught up.
I know this. Anybody with a Clark's Club membership wasn't too worried last night. They've already been out to tune the system for the cold weather season. But even in the event something did, you call 277-2125 anytime, and somebody will be on the way. That's the way it works. That's guaranteed priority service, plus the 2 annual tune-ups in your home that should save your money and underwrite the cost of that membership to some extent. I haven't had an electric bill over $210 in 3 years now, 3+ years.
Wow, that's great.
It makes all the difference in the world. Something else you may want to look into too, going into cold weather season or hot, is insulation in the attic. And
Oh,
Clark's
yeah.
can connect you with that as
Yeah.
well. That not only protects whatever you're storing in the attic, but it keeps that thing from becoming an oven on top of, overworking your AC. Just a thought. And their plumbers are the best. I had one of them out to the house 2 weeks ago when a Sunday night bath turned into an emergency because the faucet didn't shut off. From the time I called to the time the technician, the plumber, walked out of my house, hour and 15 minutes.
Wow.
Done. And
That's
I can turn
amazing.
that faucet with the tip of my finger now, which is great. With the best in heating, air conditioning, plumbing, and people, and guaranteed peace of mind, somebody's on the way. Call 277-2125 or visit clarkcomfort.com. Alabama certification number 09098. A little late, but better late than never. Uncle Chi-Chi's shirtless weather.
The Rich Thomas Weather Network is brought to you by Ernest Financial.
If you're tired of losing your money in the stock market, call David Ernest, 334-279-7431. Ernest Financial, LLC.
Rich Well, hi, everybody. The Arctic chill hangs on, and tonight, with mostly clear skies, I think we're headed for the low 30s again. Could we flirt with another freeze? It's not out of the question. Tomorrow, Wednesday, things start to turn around with sunshine and a high in the upper 60s. That's a move in the right direction. We're back in the 70s Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. A nice late week recovery. Risk of showers holding off till late Saturday night into Sunday. From the Blue Water Weather Center, this is Rich Thomas.
Whether you're buying a home or auto or consolidating debt, CB&S Bank's personal loans get you where you need to go. Go to cbsbank.com to find a location near you or apply online today. All loans subject to credit approval, member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Well, light to moderate traffic all over the area. We are not seeing any issues anywhere. Montgomery, Prattville, Millbrook, Wetumpka at the moment. Keeping a close eye on things. Buckle up. Be safe out there. We'll update you if any accidents happen. Right now, looking good. When it comes to the big jobs, check out the new Cat Next Generation track loaders at Thompson Tractor. Bigger cab, more torque, more power, and great financing available. ThompsonTractor.com. They're off I-85 just past Taylor Road. Wendell J. Montgomery Skywatch Traffic.
Hi, this is Bo Goodson from the Goodson Group with your Real Estate Minute. What is a smart way to buy a house in today's market? Now is a good time to buy since we now have a more balanced market than we've had in years. Here are the steps. First step, get pre-qualified with an experienced local lender. It costs you nothing to find out firsthand whether you can qualify for a home and how much that home loan will cost. Second step, hire a local realtor with lots of experience that can guide you, advise you, and be your advocate. We call those buyer agents. Third step, decide what your wants and needs have to be. Bedrooms, baths, floor plan, location, and school zones. Fourth, ask your realtor to line up homes that fit your price category and your location needs. Fifth, start actually looking inside these homes and see what is available and the cost of each property. For all of this information and step-by-step approach, call Bo Goodson from the Goodson Group at 221-2883 or 551-0225.
Get ready to fall into savings at Royal Furniture. Power reclining sofas from just $15 a month. Dining sets starting at $12 a month. And recliners from only $8 a month. Enjoy up to 60 months, no interest with no down payment at the time of purchase with approved credit. And get a free queen mattress with any in-stock bedroom set priced $9.99 or more. Incredible value and service are waiting for you at Royal Furniture in Prattville, Montgomery, Auburn, and 11 other locations across Alabama and Tennessee. All credit offers subject to credit approval. See store for details.
What's your biggest investment? More than likely, it's your home. So treat it that way when you hire a painting contractor. At PBS Painting, there are no gimmicks, no $99 specials. Just quality painting and someone who treats your home with the same respect that you do. At PBS Painting, we have been painting for years and look forward to many more years to come. With PBS Painting, the job gets prepped properly, whether it's cleaning, scraping, or priming. We always use quality products, which is a must for a quality paint job. So if you're looking for a painter that doesn't need upfront money and is on the job at all times, then please give me a call. Scott Bowers and PBS Painting, 294-5122. That's PBS Painting, 294-5122. Look at some of our work on Facebook at PBS Painting Montgomery.
Are you tired of the mainstream media's biased reporting? Do you want to stay informed on the news that really matters to you? Look no further than 1819 News. At 1819 News, we bring you the latest in Alabama news, politics, sports, culture, and more. We've assembled a team of journalists with Alabama values dedicated to the truth and the truth alone. Visit us at 1819news.com today. That's 1819news.com. Subscribe to our newsletter. Honest News, Alabama Values.
Hi, I'm Jennifer Pestruccelli, General Sales Manager and co-owner of Blue Water Broadcasting. For over 21 years, Blue Water Broadcasting has been a proud part of the River region. We're not just a company, we're your neighbors. Our owners, air staff, account executives, and support team all live right here. We believe in this community, and we stand by our slogan, Blue Water Broadcasting, local folks helping local business.
News and talk without the static. The River Region's most trusted voice. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
Today is Veterans Day.
Thank you for your service.
The Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines,
And the Coast Guard. Thank you for your service.
Today is Veterans Day.
Thank you for your service.
A day to honor all military service members.
Honor military servicemen and women.
Service and sacrifice.
risk their lives for their country.
Thank you for your service.
So let's say a big thank you
To all the veterans.
Happy Veterans Day.
Showtime.
Hope some of our military, active and retired, visited one of the Don Duncan locations for the free oil change. At 356, Don knows that every year it's one of his favorite days because he is a patriot and he loves doing whatever he can for the military. That's the way he's wired. He's a great guy. It is 356 and Chicken Man has called.
I was just going to tell y'all that when I was in the 11th grade, well, of course, you know, most kids, you know, you don't know what you want to do with your career future. Well, I started talking to the, the military recruiters, and of course I went in, did the basic training, and during high school I had a head full of hair. And my mom, when I went through basic training, of course, sent pictures back. Her first comment was, "My baby's hair." And you know, my dad, he told her, he said, let that boy grow up. But you know, I believe that this is the way I believe, you know, that everybody, if they're healthy enough, they should at least do the 6 weeks basic training.
I think we should have everybody who wouldn't have a medical exemption do 2 years.
Right.
Yeah, I agree.
And,
Why
and
not?
then they can decide if they want to stay.
It's mandatory in a
out.
lot of countries.
It's smart.
Well, I think
But,
it would-
yeah, like I said,
Go ahead.
when I got activated, of course, same thing. My mom, she was going to try to block all the letters, you know, me getting activated. My daddy said, you better not do that.
Oh gosh.
Well, I think what Pamela says is correct, is that having people serve for 2 years, that gets you grounded, gives you a purpose. It gives you some training. It gives you some discipline.
Absolutely.
Which I think a lot of people really need right now.
Well, it'll
and-
keep people out of trouble.
Yeah. Well, it also gives you a sense of humility. You realize, you know, you're not all that.
And purpose.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, and the camaraderie, you know, because you know, you're part of that family.
Yeah. You have friends for
We are-
life, even from basic training. People who I've never seen again, who I'm
Well, I
still
tell you,
connected with.
I did my 26 years, and I would have done more.
Yeah.
Well, y'all have a good day.
Good points. Thank you for the
Bye.
call. Thank you for your service.
Yeah. It's like you've been through things together. That's what builds a friendship. The
Yeah.
fact that you have gone through a common experience, you've survived this, and it didn't kill you. And you can look at that person and go, yeah, you were in basic. Yep, I
Mhm.
know. You know what we went through.
Yep.
So
I had 2 girls who I went through basic training with, and then we ended up being sent to the same tech school. And we had a longer tech school. It was almost 4 months long.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that doesn't seem long. There are some that are, you know, a year, but not many.
Well, but
Most of them are fairly short. If you have a pretty simple job.
yeah, but you were dealing with dangerous things.
Yeah,
You
we
know.
did do live chemical agent
Yeah.
training at
Yeah.
that tech school. It was fun. I had a cool job, but I only had one other girl who I went through basic with who had picked the same job, and we went to tech school together, and we're still friends. And literally, I think maybe when I was pregnant with Remy, she's kind of a nomad.
Yeah.
And she was looking for the next thing to do, and she ended up actually moving to my house. She moved in with us and just crashed until she found a house in Montgomery, and she stayed here for a couple years just because I was here.
Yeah.
And it was somewhere new for her and something new for her to do, and she lives in Washington DC now, and she's looking for the next thing to do.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
But we have stayed connected, and it's been 20 years.
By the way, we're going to wrap up with one of the most poignant tributes to the military ever spoken by Ronald Reagan.
Oh, yeah.
That'll be at about 5:51 this
Yeah.
afternoon. I'll play the whole thing. That was a speech at Point to Hawk.
Yeah. Well, you know, I've told you my story about my grandfather over and over. about the fact that he was at Oak Ridge. The 50th anniversary of Pearl Harbor, we were at my grandfather's house watching this documentary, and I just happened to turn to him and ask the questions like, what did it feel like? You were alive when that happened. What did it feel like? And he started talking, and he talked for almost 2 hours about what was going on, because he was married with my grandmother. She was pregnant with my dad when that happened, December 7th, 1941. He was born January the 19th, 42. Well, after he was born, my grandfather went to enlist. Said, I want to do something. I want to do something to help. And he got rejected because of a heart murmur.
Oh.
But they said to him, as they were checking him out, going, there's a nice government job that's opening up near Chattanooga. Would you be interested in it? He's like, yeah.
See, I love that, because people who have a heart to serve.
Yeah.
So I wish there were people who would extend opportunities to them still. That's even out of active military.
Yeah, but that's how he wound up at Oak Ridge.
You probably heard the
That's how
story.
he did. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
About that date I went to climb Mount Chimney Tops with the TV in my backyard.
Yes. Yes.
All right, but on that same trip, I spent a good amount of time looking at the remains of the Oak Ridge facility.
Oh, it's Y-12 plant. Yeah.
It's huge. It's staggering to think they knew what to build, how big it had to be to process the uranium. Leslie Groves he built the Pentagon. He wanted to go into combat. He wanted to be in the combat theater, but he was so good at engineering that they knew they needed him here. And they took an area of Tennessee that had 83 people for its total population and turned it into a city of 80,000 in about 18 months while they were building this enormous plant to process uranium.
And
Incredible.
they picked that area because it had ridges. There were mountainous ridges.
Right.
They could put the plant on one side of the ridge and the residential area on the other in case something happened to the plant and everything blew up. But they didn't exactly know which way was the fastest. They had the chemical extraction of uranium, and they had an electrical means. They were doing electrolysis and a certain experimental way of trying to separate the uranium. But the goal was to get as much possible so they could assemble it to build the bomb. Oppenheimer and his team had figured out how much you need, and they were working on the two different types of bomb: the fission bomb that was just a traditional bomb where you just fired the core into itself and it would explode. And then the Fat Man was the more advanced version.
You squeeze the implode inward,
right?
To create the same reaction. Yeah.
Right. But he got hired and went up to Oak Ridge, and he was involved with the chemical extraction. And you didn't talk about what you did. You didn't talk. This is how we never knew until he started talking. And this is, after he'd retired from Union Carbide. But he was working there until December of 44 when the Navy drafted him. And he was like, I've got a child and I've got a job. He said, no, you're going to the Navy. We need people, because that was when they were going to go do the invasion. And he was training on the Great Lakes when they dropped the first bomb on Hiroshima. And all these people came up to him because they knew he was from Oak Ridge, Tennessee, going, what do you know about this? And that's when he realized that's what we were doing. He didn't know. He knew they were doing something for the war effort, that this uranium would be used to make bombs, but he didn't exactly know what they were going to do. So he gets an honorary discharge. So he never went into combat. He goes home and they say, hey, you can get your job back. He went, really? So he went back to Oak Ridge and applied, and they're like, well, yeah, you worked here before the war ended. You can work here now. And he stayed there for 40 more years.
Wow.
And he learned how to do all sorts of stuff. But we didn't know. We didn't know what all he did until he finally told us years later. I guess it was after it's declassified, but it's the strangest thing because he didn't talk about it. He didn't talk about his experience in the war. Didn't talk about his friends. There was just a lot of things he kept shut up, kept silent from us. And it wasn't until years later that he he let all that out. But, it's wild. It's wild. He's just a normal guy who just helped to build a bomb.
We got to take a break. We're running just a tad behind. What else is new on the show, right?
Oh, yeah. Well, we like to talk a lot. Have you noticed?
Mm-hmm.
Historic blunder, says Fox News. Dems exploited voter pain for Obamacare bailout. Will they realize this? Will they realize how they were played? Oh, my God. Just wake up, folks.
Some will. Some will.
Well, we can only hope. It is 6 minutes after 4 o'clock. The military helps preserve the American dream, and a man who then takes that opportunity and makes the American dream possible for people is named Morris Capuano. That can mean any number of things. Buying a home, interest rates are starting to come down. Getting pre-approved at X number of dollars allows you to be a more effective real estate shopper. Morris will be happy to help you at Troy Bank and Trust, 409-9300. Maybe you love where you live, but it needs a little of this, a little of that to be a better place to live. You can get money to do that from Morris Capuano at 409-9300. Same with starting up a business or investing. All four of those American dreams. 409-9300 for Morris Capuano. Tribank and Trust is chartered so that it can't be bought, sold, or merged. So they're here for the long haul. You will not see a different name on their building next week, as we have seen with some of the different branches here in town. They are an Alabama lending institution with great resources, and nobody will work harder for you than Mo. 409-9300. Troy Bank and Trust is an equal housing lender, member FDIC, NMLS number 88697.
Traffic is brought to you by Skipper Pools. Skipper Pools for weekly service, equipment and liner replacements, and a sparkling pool all year. 356-0237. Skip the rest. Call the best. Skipper Pools.
I don't want to tell you what time it is.
Well, lights, moderate traffic all over the area. We are not seeing any issues anywhere. Montgomery, Prattville, Millbrook, Wetumpka at the moment. Keeping a close eye on things. Buckle up. Be safe out there. We'll update you if any accidents happen. Right now, looking good. When it comes to the big jobs, check out the new Cat Next Generation track loaders at Thompson Tractor. Bigger cab, more torque, more power, and great financing available. ThompsonTractor.com. They're off I-85 just past Taylor Road. Wendell J. Montgomery Skywatch Traffic.
From the beginning, they were applauded. The music that sold over 100 million records. Chicago, May 13th, 7:30 p.m., the Montgomery Performing Arts Center. The music of Chicago, May 13th, 7:30 p.m., the Montgomery Performing Arts Center. On sale at Ticketmaster.com and ImpactOnline.org. Impact Live presents Chicago, May 13th, 7:30 p.m., the Montgomery Performing Arts Center.
I'm Jim Smith with Adams Drugs. At Adams Drugs, we offer a wide variety of services, including delivery, compounding, wellness clinics, and immunizations. Now is the time to visit any Adams Drugs location and get your flu shot. Getting an annual flu shot can help prevent you from getting the flu, reduce the severity of symptoms if you get the flu, and prevent serious complications such as hospitalization and death. Getting your flu shot at Adams Drugs protects you from getting sick, but it also makes sure that those around you, especially those at high risk, remain safe. Each year, up to 49 million people in the U.S. contract the flu. Depending on the flu virus's severity, deaths as a result of flu complications could skyrocket to 79,000 people nationwide. Visit us at adamsdrugs.net for a location nearest you. Adams Drugs is your local, independently owned Health Mart pharmacy. Health Mart, taking the time to listen and care.
And now a star is born. On November 11th, 1974, the world welcomed little baby Leonardo DiCaprio.
Can I hold him? Oops, almost dropped him.
Don't let go, Jack. Leonardo DiCaprio, a star is born.
Broadcasting from the Riverside Chevrolet Master Control Center, this is WACV Cusana, News Talk 93.1 FM. When it's Chevy, it's Riverside.
With SRN News, I'm Bob Agnew in Washington. It is Veterans Day, and the President of the U.S. paid tribute to the nation's military members at Arlington National Cemetery. President Trump said it is fitting to honor veterans this day. the living and those who've passed away on the hallowed grounds of Arlington National Cemetery. He took part in a wreath-laying ceremony at the Tomb of the Unknowns. The Senate has voted to end the longest-running government shutdown in U.S. history. It will take a few days to reverse the impact of the shutdown, including those reduced airline flights that have been causing so many headaches at airports around the country. Republican strategist Aaron McGuire says the Democrat shutdown did bring out the best in Republican leadership in both the House and Senate, where they stood firm against the Democrats' demand for $1.5 trillion in new spending. And that Senate-passed bill does now need final approval from the House before it can be sent on to President Trump. This is SRN News.
If you are 65 or older, you know this. Inflation is hitting everyone hard right now, especially when it comes to healthcare. Over the last 10 years, healthcare costs have skyrocketed by, get this, 230%. If you have Medicare Parts A and B, you know there are still out-of-pocket expenses like deductibles and co-payments, and they really add up. But here's some good news. MediShare 65 Plus is designed to fill in those gaps and help protect you from rising healthcare costs. At only $99 per month up to age 75, you get peace of mind at a price you can afford. And MediShare is trusted, too. It's been around 30 years. It's not some big impersonal thing. It's a community of people helping each other, business owners, pastors, retirees. People love it. MediShare 65 Plus just makes sense. To learn more, give them a call. They're great to talk to. They'll offer to pray with you each time you call, too. Call now. 833-SHARE-55. That's 833-SHARE-55. 833-SHARE-55.
Thank you for calling the United States Armed Forces. All of our units are currently busy assisting other customers in various trouble spots around the world. When you hear the beep, please leave the name of your country, the nature of your crisis, and a number where we can reach you. As soon as we finish cleaning up the Balkans, Iraq, Korea, China, Y2K, and our compulsory consideration of the feelings of others orientation classes, we'll be happy to return your call. For more options, please press 1 now. If your crisis is small, immediate in nature, underfunded, and close to the ocean, press 1 for the United States Marine Corps. If your crisis is distant, with a mild climate and good hotels, and can be solved by 1 or 2 low-risk, high-altitude bombing runs, please press 2 for the United States Air Force. If your crisis can be resolved with a bit of gray flannel, flags, and a really good marching band, press 3 for the United States Navy. Please note that Tomahawk missile service is extremely limited and will be provided on a first-come, first-served basis. If your crisis is not urgent, press 4 for the Rapid Deployment Force. If you're in real trouble, press 5 for the U.S. Army Special Operations Command Center. Your request will be processed as soon as the compulsory credit check is completed. Please note that the Army Special Command may bill your account at any time, and the actual specifics of the charges will be classified. If you'd like to join the U.S. Army, where you'll be shouted at for low pay, have your wife and family stationed miles from civilization, and are prepared to work long hours, risk your life in all kinds of weather and terrain, while watching Congress constantly erode your pay and benefits package, please stay on the line. A bitter, passed-over Army recruiter in an old strip mall down by the post office will be with you shortly. Thank you for calling the United States Armed Forces.
Did you get shouted at for low pay, Pamela?
I think when you're 19, it's pretty good pay. But yeah, you do get shouted at. For sure.
Yeah.
I had a female TI too. She was loud.
It's hard to imagine some in this touchy-feely age.
Oh, it's totally different now.
I think it may be going back.
I think so.
To the older school style,
Mm-hmm.
and getting rid of some of the, the military being used for so people can transition from one sex to another, and
Right.
on the taxpayer dime, of course.
Well, taking advantage of that military benefit.
Ridiculous. One of the things that's been exposed in this ongoing ridiculous shutdown is the damage Obamacare has done. Not that we didn't predict it. We told you before it was passed.
Mm-hmm.
Day after day, with witness after witness explaining that this is nothing more than a socialist control mechanism, In fact, Ronald Reagan predicted that when they get into power, they're going to use medicine as a means to exercise that power. But nobody listened. Oh, well, I'm not going to do that voice just yet. Oh, there's Kamala on TV trying to sugarcoat her failed campaign. Lady, you could dump all the cane in Cuba over that campaign, and it ain't going to get any sweeter, you bitter old bitch. Jeez,
So
go
has
away.
Has she sold any books? I got the feeling that they didn't sell very well.
I think you could. Who would want to read it? What has she got to say that might interest anybody, unless it's detailed descriptions of what she and Willie Brown did in San Francisco with pictures? Well, maybe not.
Well, she could start an OnlyFans account.
How embarrassing.
Yeah, really. Just out there, they've got such pathetic. And Schumer is done.
Oh,
how about the BBC? The top two figures in the BBC resigning after they were caught editing Trump's January 6th speech back when.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
They did it here, too. They're just
Well,
beyond despicable.
They're trying to play an agenda. They want people to follow into their storyline, their narrative. And the problem is you've got that speech available, historical recordings of that speech.
Yeah.
And you're able to compare it. They jumped 54 minutes. The cut that they took from the beginning of the speech, and then they jumped 54 minutes and spliced in something that was later. Just
And
to make it.
he's talking about suing them for $5 billion.
He needs to.
Yeah,
he needs
he
to
needs
sue
to.
their
Yeah.
butts off, because that will be a warning to anybody else wanting to do the same thing. You're taking their words out of context, and they deliberately were doing it. They didn't. Oh, it's an accident. Oh, we didn't mean to. They deliberately did it.
Just like 60 Minutes.
Yep. And I think a lot of people are becoming wise to the fact that this guy is not going to stand down and do nothing. He's going to fight back. I mean, he's already won judgments against ABC, against CBS, against, did he get a judgment from PBS? I don't remember.
I'm not sure.
But
On
there's
that
several media companies he's gotten money back from. And
one. Yet they have not changed. They're still doing the same stuff. They're out to get them, and they don't care what lies they tell or how they twist facts. They're just sad.
It's the means to the end. The end justifies the means. They want to get rid of him at all costs, and so they're willing to lie. They're willing to cheat. They're willing to try to change history just for, Orange Man bad.
No reason to do it.
Yeah.
And they completely overlook the fact that many of the people he depends on now, his choices, not the recommendations of the deep state.
Yep.
They are former Democrats.
Mm-hmm.
John Fetterman was on The View. Do you want to hear this?
Yeah, that'd be good.
Sonny Hostin took him to task. Now, Fetterman was the one guy who didn't want to hurt people. He recognizes the Democrats are not the majority party. So why go, 35 days and putting people behind on paychecks and other things? And for what? What point did they score with anybody with that garbage? It didn't work. Let's listen to as much as we. I was going to do that. I was going to click the share this tab instead button so everybody can see. It's funny. We were mocking Fetterman because he seemed out of it, totally incapable of holding public office. Now, of course, he's healed from that trauma, but he gets the Big Balls Award from this show.
It was a horrific mistake. Governor Gavin Newsom called it pathetic and a surrender. Poll after poll found more Americans on both sides of the aisle blaming Republicans. Even Marjorie Taylor Greene blamed the GOP.
Crap.
As you
Shut
mentioned,
up,
Democrats
bitch.
had big wins last week, so you had momentum. Why give in now? Why bring a butter knife to a gunfight? Are you willing to gamble that the GOP will negotiate on health care in good faith once the government reopens? Because if that gamble is wrong, 500,000 Pennsylvanians that you represent, their health care costs will skyrocket if you are wrong. And I believe you are wrong.
Well, first of all, MTG is quite literally the last person in America that I'm going to take advice or to get their kinds of my leadership and values from. And now if Democrats are celebrating crazy pants like that, then that's on them. And now I don't need a lecture. I don't need a lecture from whether it's Bernie or the governor in California, because they are representing very deep blue kinds of populations. And a lot of those things were part of the extreme. And now remember, what really needs to win, the big win, is involving my state and other states and those things. And why have we arrived here after the election a year ago? We got to forget some of the things that cost us that election. Or now, for me, it's like, that's why I'm trying to remind people that kinds of the extremism, we can't return to those kind of things and realize we need to find a way forward. And I would like to, rather than cite MTG, I'm going to cite one of the new governor-elects saying that my election is not a green light to continue the shutdown, because I promise you, this isn't a political game. It is viewed by many of us, but the reality is 42 million Americans now not sure where their next meal is going to come from. And because we vote like that, or people that haven't been paid for 5 weeks now, and that kinds of chaos. Those workers have to borrow more than $500 million, from their credit union just to pay their bills now. So for me, we're in the middle of this.
Senator, I got to ask you to hold up.
She had to interrupt.
What poll after poll there is Sonny Hostin talking about that everybody's blaming the Republicans? She's so foolish.
Well, notice she didn't tell you where that information came from.
Yeah.
No, but she did say Marjorie Taylor Greene because of her appearance on The View.
Marjorie Taylor Greene has twisted the dragon's tail, and to what avail, I don't know.
Well,
I would like to see a poll of her district, her congressional district, to see what they think of the woman. She won by a huge, plurality in the last election, but going on The View, that's going to just being on that show is going to turn a lot of people off. You're arguing with idiots.
Well, I think that's part of the problem. She likes the attention. Marjorie Taylor Greene likes to poke the bear.
I will not disagree with you on
She
that.
likes to whack the hornet's nest with a stick just to see what will happen.
She did. Now we'll see if she pays for it.
Yeah, well, she may. She may.
We are at 423. The market finished up. The market likes what happened today. How's your 401k? Is it looking better? Has it been better since Donald Trump became president? If it's not, you may want to consider a new financial advisor. In the meantime, we've got a suggestion. His name is Brant McDonald. He and the team at Invista Advisors would love just to have a conversation with you. No sales pitch, none of that. No specific direction towards a specific financial instrument. Just a chat. 387-0094. And I believe he will join us at 5:15 to share the market optimism today. Right now, we hit the traffic dungeon, business forecast, and more coming up.
Well, we have an accident now. South Boulevard at Woodley Road. Please use caution there. Also on Taylor Road southbound. If you're coming from AUM headed over to East Chase, it's on the right on the bridge over I-85. All lanes are open there. They're waiting on someone to help them out. We are keeping an eye on traffic. We're not seeing anything else that's really causing a problem. Light to mostly moderate traffic all over the area, including Prattville, Millbrook, and Wetumpka. Great shopping at Midtown Plaza. Shop Boost Mobile, Professionals and Spa, and more. Midtown Plaza, Ann Street off I-85, another great McClinton and Company development. I'm Wendell J. Montgomery, Skywatch Traffic.
The following radio theater is brought to you by Montgomery Men's Health.
Hey, Dad, you want to play football?
Oh, no, buddy.
All right.
Pops, want to work out? Maybe later.
Hey, kids are in bed. What you up to?
Tomorrow? You've got one life, and it's too short for not nows, maybe laters, and tomorrows. If you have symptoms of ED and low T, your family, friends, and even your career has already been affected. Book your discreet evaluation at Montgomery Men's Health and turn your tomorrows into today.
Yes! Touchdown!
Come on, one more, Dad. Today! Push, Dad. One more. Come on, push.
Hey, kids are in bed. What you up to?
Tonight. Call 334-440-3663 or book now in under 30 seconds at MontgomeryMen'sHealth.com. Montgomery Men's Health, for every man in every season of life.
Visit Rich's Car Wash today and save money this year by joining their Unlimited Wash Club. A new year means new adventures, so keep your ride clean, dry, and shiny. Enjoy detailing perks included with your wash like towels, mat cleaners, air fresheners, and more. Get to Rich's Car Wash today or visit them online at richescarwash.com to sign up for their Unlimited Wash Club.
Hey guys, this is Todd Clark with River Region Contracting, your premier roofing contractor in Central Alabama. So remember the name, River Region Contracting, for all your roofing needs. We're not affiliated with any other roofing company in the River Region. We've been in the roofing business since 2005. We don't have to buy our leads, and we don't have to knock on doors when the storms come around. We have thousands of satisfied customers throughout Central Alabama. So call us at 334-356-8635. That's 334-356-8635.
Hi there, I'm Kim Williams with Alabama Home Mortgage. For many years, my team and I have worked diligently to provide our veterans with top-notch service, as it is our honor to serve those who have served us in the armed forces. Madeline and I are certified veteran lending specialists. Nationwide, there are over 22 million veterans that qualify to purchase a home through the VA loan program. Yet less than 2 million of them currently have a VA home loan. Many lenders do not keep up with the ever-changing guidelines and benefits of the VA loan program. They are intimidated by the program, resulting in many veterans not obtaining VA loans. This is unacceptable. The VA home loan program offers service members and veterans with 100% financing. You've already paid your down payment. If you are currently serving or have honorably discharged, we would love an opportunity to discuss how the VA program can serve you. Give Alabama Home Mortgage a call at 567-4223 or visit us online at myalabamahomemortgage.com to complete an application on your time. Thank you for your service. NMLS 1586-36A, Equal Housing Lender.
The government shutdown has put a lot of people in a tight spot, having to pinch pennies. Pizza Perfect is going to do its part to help everyone save some money. In November, they're going to continue to charge only $10 for their all-you-can-eat buffet. Enjoy pizza, spaghetti, breadsticks, salad, dessert, and drink for only $10 in November. At that price, you can save some money to buy some Christmas gifts. Pizza Perfect, Coliseum Boulevard in Eastbrook. Available for pickup and delivery.
This is Matt Woodham with Woodham Southside Firestone. As a businessman, you need to watch your advertising dollar. We've been using Blue Water Broadcasting for many years. Blue Water Broadcasting is the biggest bang for your buck. Blue Water Broadcasting and Woodham Southside Firestone, great combination.
Blue Water Broadcasting is the #1 most listened to radio group in the River Region. Find out how to put this reach to work for your business. Call us to find out how we can help. Blue Water Broadcasting. Local folks helping local business.
Rich Thomas Weather is brought to you by Alabama Wholesale Lumber. It's more than just great prices on lumber. From Trex decking to energy-efficient windows and Tamco shingles, Alabama Wholesale Lumber has it all.
Rich Thomas Weather.
Well, hi, everybody. The Arctic chill hangs on, and tonight, with mostly clear skies, I think we're headed for the low 30s again. Could we flirt with another freeze? It's not out of the question. Tomorrow, Wednesday, things start to turn around with sunshine and a high in the upper 60s. That's a move in the right direction. We're back in the 70s Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. A nice late week recovery. Risk of showers holding off till late Saturday night into Sunday. From the Blue Water Weather Center, this is Rich Thomas.
Budget Floors and More has the best prices. Carpet as low as 69 cents per square foot. LVP starting at $1.29 a square foot. Sheet vinyl as low as 65 cents per square foot. And the lowest prices on flooring installation supplies. Budget Floors and More across from Delray to Publix.
The views and opinions of the following program are solely those of the host and other contributors. These do not necessarily represent those of Liberty Acquisitions 825, Blue Water Broadcasting, its management, staff, or any advertisers.
Few words on Veterans Day from Lewis Black.
The River Region's first and only news talk station on FM. Live, local talk. News Talk 93.1 FM, WACV.
Big news this year with the disabled veterans. Many who came back and weren't getting the proper care they should be getting, and a lot of them not getting their checks on time, their disability checks. Look, if you want to go to war, that's fine. But when the people come back from fighting that war, you better be sure they get everything that they need. How do you not get the checks to these people on time? It turns out that the Veteran Administration doesn't have computers. Well, get them the computer. Don't tell me that every veteran can't get a check on time when I can download 13 million in a minute?
Good point. And we had him on the show as a guest a few years back, and I said, I told him, I said, I play that every Veterans Day because it's so true and so perfectly spoken.
Mm-hmm.
And it is a reality.
Yeah.
Let's talk movies that convey not just great stories. And this is one reason why I'm mostly a nonfiction kind of guy. I don't need the best stories are those that actually happen, that people live through.
Yeah.
And for whatever I may think of Tom Hanks, the movie Saving Private Ryan was just such an authentic recreation of what it was like for those who landed on D-Day.
Yeah.
Well,
and just the slog. I mean, their mission was to rescue this guy, and they had to go through so much just to find him. And it's evocative of all the stuff that World War II soldiers had to go through. I mean,
early on in the war, the military had a policy that allowed brothers to serve in the same units. And there's a movie called The Fighting Sullivans.
Oh, yeah.
That talks about 5 brothers who were all killed on the same ship early on in the war, and they changed that policy after that
Yeah, that's awful.
because they wiped out a whole family.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So the premise of the movie Saving Private Ryan is based on preventing that, because I think 2 of his brothers had already been killed.
Yeah. Yeah.
So again, they didn't want to wipe out the family, but the recreation, and they shot that not in Normandy, they shot that off a beach in Scotland. But it was really authentically done.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
And that it's hard for me to get past. And the most touching scene is at the end. I don't want to give it away if anybody's never seen it.
Yeah.
But that's a movie that literally makes your innards come all the way up to your throat.
Yeah.
With the last scene with Matt Damon.
Yeah.
Just so well done. But other movies that it's a list of, who's the source for this?
I don't know.
Just says movies to watch on Veterans Day.
Yeah.
The Grand Illusion from 1937. I don't even know that film, and I'm pretty well versed in classics. You know, I'm a TCM fan.
I'm not sure what that is.
I don't know
I've
that
never
one.
heard of it. The Best Years of Our Lives. I've heard of that.
That's more of a post-war movie, though. But
Well,
it
people
does
coming
deal
home. Yeah.
with what the veterans faced. My dad went through, he went through some real horrors during World War II. And had it not been for the atomic bomb that put an end to it, he was in San Diego ready to go back for more, to be part of the invasion in October, or was it November of 1946?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a hard movie to watch. And the star of the movie is a guy who actually lost an arm.
Yeah.
I can't remember the actor's name, but
He won an Academy Award for that performance.
Yeah.
Because he was so good.
He was.
So good.
The Great Escape.
Oh, I love that movie.
Yeah, I've watched that. And that is another one that doesn't necessarily have a very happy ending.
No, it doesn't.
I've never
Although-
seen Platoon.
I've not seen it either.
Really?
I've heard it's really good.
We
but I've
watched
just
that
not
in
seen it.
school.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
What grade?
Probably
I think probably high school.
10th grade history.
Yeah. Talking about the Vietnam.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good.
I
from
think
what I've
10th grade
heard-
is when we did U.S. history.
Yeah. What I've heard, it's a very good representation of what it was like to fight in the Vietnam War.
Number 5 on the list is Born on the 4th of July. I've never seen that.
I haven't either.
I haven't either.
Saving Private Ryan was 6th. I would have ranked that higher.
Yep.
The Thin Red Line. That's another one I don't recall. Hacksaw
Nick
Ridge
Nolte was in that.
Yeah.
Hacksaw Ridge is on the list. That was
I
a little bit-
love that one.
See, that was a little bit too
Andrew Garfield is in that.
macho for me.
Well,
I
and
love that
it's-
one.
The story about that that's compelling is that
He
his
was a
character-
pacifist.
Yeah, he was a conscientious objector, but he
Mhm.
signed up to be a medic,
Yeah.
and he keeps going and getting these guys and saving them and getting them back. He's getting shot at. He's
Yeah.
getting wounded, and he continuously he's doing his job. I got to say one more.
Mhm.
And it's a true story, based on a real individual. He lived through that encounter. He was gravely injured, and I think he got the Medal of Honor, didn't he?
I think so. Mhm.
Yeah, but
The last two
He was
movies.
from Alabama.
yeah, he was.
Desmond Dawes,
He
is that his
was.
name?
Yep.
Last two movies on the list are movies of recent vintage, and I've seen them both multiple times.
Oh yeah.
Dunkirk in
Yeah.
2017. Again, I am a major student of Winston Churchill,
Mm-hmm.
and the power of the word and the way the word is spoken that got Britain through the horrors of the Blitz,
Yeah.
the relentless bombing by the Nazis, but they just did not want to be living under a swastika. And Operation Dynamo, which got over 300,000 of their people off the beach. The Germans could have annihilated them.
Oh yeah.
They could have left them without an army. That would have been it for the war.
Yeah.
And then the movie 1917, which is a real-time movie shot in one sequence.
It's really cool.
The
It's
editing
really
is
cool.
brilliant. Yeah, it is. And there's some scenes in there that are just marvelous. But it, like many of the others on the list, can be tough to watch. But it does give you, especially all of them do, but 1917,
Mhm.
what those guys had to deal with
Yeah.
in the trenches, and how disgusting and dangerous it was. And,
And that's one of the good things about a movie. If it's done well, it can literally give you that vicarious experience of what would it have been like to be there without putting your own life on the line. But you can understand and appreciate the sacrifices of people who did put their lives on the line.
the one movie I would add to that list is Midway. It was came out in I think,
yeah.
2017.
Yeah, that's the one with Woody Harrelson. Yeah.
He plays Nimitz, and he's
Yeah.
really, really good in that role. He's very believable as Nimitz.
I have several more recent military movies that I love.
Mm-hmm.
Can we get to those after the break?
Yeah,
We will
absolutely.
continue. And by the way, if you're listening, movies that convey the reality of the service. How about No Time for Sergeants with Andy Griffith and his toilet invention? It's a
There's
classic.
another Sergeant, Sergeant York. I like Sergeant York.
Yeah, with Gary Cooper, I've seen that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's an interesting film.
Well, yeah, they do play a little fast and loose with
A
some of the
pacifist
facts.
who ends up capturing some gigantic number of Germans.
Yeah.
And how that happened, that's really well done. At 4:38, our show brought to you in part by Adams Drugs. Don't forget the butt paste. With this cool, dry weather, all of a sudden your skin can be a nightmare, dry, chafing. Butt paste works on everything, but for scratches, well, actually it was formulated for diaper rash. And if you've ever seen that on a baby, it just breaks your heart that they're going through all that misery and all that pain. And if it can bring an end to that, imagine what it can do if your skin is just a little itchy or dry. It is really incredible stuff. And it's available at Adams Drugs. It has gone viral nationally. People have found that it's a great face cream and more. And you might want to have a jar handy. You can get it at Adams Drugs. Of course, the main reason to go there is to have a pharmacy, a hometown pharmacy that can ready all your prescription needs, meet all your over-the-counter needs, and is staffed by people who will make you feel welcome and loved. And that's just the way they are. They go that extra mile for customers. So visit adamsdrugs.net if you want to get a flu shot ahead of the season. They've got them. 4 of the locations have health clinics. All of that information available at adamsdrugs.net. And a special salute to my gang there at the Copperfield. In fact, that's where they make the butt paste, at the Copperfield location. Great team there. That's on right across from Baptist East on Taylor Road. Nice folks. Here's Skipper with traffic. 1819 News is next.
Well, traffic's light to moderate all over the area. We do have a couple of accidents. One, Woodley Road, East South Boulevard. We're hoping that one has cleared. And we still got one on the bridge over I-85 on Taylor Road. If you're coming from AUM over to the entrance of East Chase, they would be on the bridge on the right there. Everywhere else, light to moderate, busy afternoon traffic. Same for Prattville, Millbrook, and Wetumpka. Keep it here. We will keep you updated. Buckle up. At McKinnon Toyota, trade in any non-Toyota pickup on a Tundra or Tacoma and get an extra $1,000 off. It's worth the drive. McKinnon Toyota, exit 212 off I-65 in Clanton. With J. Montgomery Skywatch Traffic.
News is brought to you by Budget Floors and More, your new best friend.
1819 News.
At a recent November meeting, the Alabama Public Charter School Commission outlined its plan to use new federal grant money to expand school choice across the state of Alabama. Over the next 3 years, 23 grants will fund new and growing charter schools, including 7 new schools, 4 replications, 4 expansions, and 8 conversions. The commission also approved bylaw changes, which gives its executive director more authority to hire staff and to apply for grants. Meeting minutes and videos are available on the APCSC website and its YouTube channel. I'll be back with more Alabama stories after this.
Did you know that 70% of people experience a potentially traumatic event in their lifetime, and that 6 out of every 100 adults face PTSD every day? Help us bring hope to these survivors by signing up for your Alabama Distinctive PTSD Awareness license plate today. The great thing is you can sign up no matter when your current plate renews, and the first year is complimentary. All you need is your VIN number on hand. Drive awareness, drive hope, and customize your plate today at atease.org.
A 31-year-old Birmingham man has died at an industrial property. Robert Chambliss was at CMC Steel when he suffered blunt force trauma. Police are investigating this death. Chambliss was not an employee or authorized to be at that industrial site. The National Weather Service has issued a fire warning to South Alabama and parts of Florida and Mississippi. Residents there are advised to not burn anything outside. Since the risk of a brush fire is very high, there are 2 factors causing this warning to be issued: a drop in humidity that is coming in with the cold front and an increase in winds to 14 miles per hour. The state overall has been lacking on rain, so this has only increased fire risks in certain parts of the state. The red flag fire warning is likely to be lifted soon since conditions are expected to improve. I'm Andrea Tice.
For more news affecting Alabamians, go to 1819news.com. And while you're there, subscribe to the daily newsletter.
Budget Floors and More has the best prices. Carpet as low as 69 cents per square foot. LVP starting at $1.29 a square foot. Sheet vinyl as low as 65 cents per square foot. And the lowest prices on flooring installation supplies. Budget Floors and More across from Delray to Publix.
Currently, we're farming about 800 acres. And every year we're looking at what we can do to improve our farm, plant fertility, higher yields. That all starts with ag research.
Every year, America's research universities drive over $3.4 billion in agricultural science that supports U.S. farmers.
I want to keep this family farm in our family.
Help protect American farmers. Visit research4.us. Paid for by Research for a Stronger America.
Independent Glass has been your one-stop shop for all things glass since 1978. They offer a full range of architectural products, and they're armed with the knowledge and expertise to get even the most demanding job done, big or small. Attention to detail, 24-hour replacement services, and their uncompromising commitment to excellence is why Montgomery's first choice for all things glass is Independent Glass. Call them today at 263-2823 and learn more about what they can do for you at independentglassco.com.
Call Dad. No, Ella, call Chad.
Since 1993, Chad has been showing up, ready to help with whatever your home AC needs. His mission, to serve first. Chad takes the time to understand exactly what you're looking for, and if he can help, he'll walk you through the best options, sometimes even with 0% or low payment financing to make things easier. No more sweating over hot and cold spots, surprise $700 energy bills, or wondering if your unit will make it through another season. Call Chad today at 784-9144. That's 784-9144.
Call Dad. No, Ella, call Chad.
What's your biggest investment? More than likely, it's your home. So treat it that way when you hire a painting contractor. At PBS Painting, there are no gimmicks, no $99 specials. Just quality painting and someone who treats your home with the same respect that you do. At PBS Painting, we have been painting for years and look forward to many more years to come. With PBS Painting, the job gets prepped properly, whether it's cleaning, scraping, or priming. We always use quality products, which is a must for a quality paint job. So if you're looking for a painter that doesn't need upfront money and is on the job at all times, then please give me a call. Scott Bowers and PBS Painting, 294-5122. That's PBS Painting, 294-5122. Look at some of our work on Facebook at PBS Painting Montgomery.
The Rich Thomas Weather Network is brought to you by Ernest Financial.
If you're tired of losing your money in the stock market, call David Ernest, 334-279-7431. Ernest Financial, LLC.
Rich Thomas Weather.
Well, hi, everybody. The Arctic chill hangs on, and tonight, with mostly clear skies, I think we're headed for the low 30s again. Could we flirt with another freeze? It's not out of the question. Tomorrow, Wednesday, things start to turn around with sunshine and a high in the upper 60s. That's a move in the right direction. We're back in the 70s Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. A nice late week recovery. Risk of showers holding off till late Saturday night into Sunday. From the Blue Water Weather Center, this is Rich Thomas.
Ready to borrow smarter this season? Apply online in minutes at yourasecu.com. Call 334-270-9011 or visit your local branch today.
ASD Credit Union. Your life, your goals, your ASD.
Terms and conditions apply. Federally insured by NCUA.
Live local talk. The River Region's most trusted voice for news and opinion. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
In the last great invasion of the last great war, the greatest danger for one woman lies at an airport in Bosnia.
I remember landing under sniper fire.
Liar.
There was no greeting ceremony. And we basically were told to run to our cars. Now that is what happened.
No, it wasn't.
Hillary Rodham Clinton and hardened combat veteran Sheryl Crow and Sinbad star in the most important motion picture of our generation.
There was supposed to be some kind of a greeting ceremony at the airport.
Saving Private Hillary.
She's been awfully quiet, hasn't she?
Oh, she has. I've got a feeling that there's a lot going on in that investigation about Russiagate.
30 more names now.
Uh-huh.
They're asking for subpoenas.
Uh-huh.
Which means you'll talk. You can plead the fifth 1,000 times, but you must appear.
Yep.
And I think she's on that list.
Well, and there's a lot of fingers pointing towards Obama knowing what was going on.
Did you see what he did today? He unannounced boarded an honors flight. These are really old guys who are going back to the World War II memorial, and gave them the big Patriot speech. The guys on the plane were stunned that it was him.
Wow.
I don't think most of them see him as their favorite president.
I would think not. Yep. I would think not.
I thought that was a ballsy move.
Yep.
But who knows? I just don't think he has the chops that he once did, because people have finally seen him. Look at that ridiculous library. There's no books in it, of course, after $300 million, but
not yet. It's not finished. They haven't finished building it yet.
It looks like a bomb shelter.
It looks horrible.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
And they took 12 acres of precious parkland in Chicago to build this monument to his own self. Whoa! It was, and they how many hundreds of millions more to finish this?
Mm-hmm. And I think that's part of what's going on here. He likes the attention, and he's upset because nobody's paying him any attention anymore,
including Mike. Michelle, excuse me.
And he's just trying to do what he can to get in the spotlight again, because he liked it. It was fun. It was great, but he's not the guy in charge anymore, and he hasn't been for a while.
Couple of other Veterans Day movie suggestions from David. In Harm's Way, seen it? Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And The Longest Day, which is a really interesting attempt to recreate D-Day. Some of it's very good. Some of it's a little bit stilted, and it's like 3 hours long. It's also the longest movie.
It has like 400 people in it.
But I've watched it. Yes, my favorite scene in that movie, Red Buttons plays one of the D-Day paratroopers. And a lot of there were so many things that went wrong, although ultimately it was successful. And they had him bail out, and the parachute carried them right into the heart of a small town occupied by Nazis, and a lot of them were shot before their parachutes hit the ground.
Yeah, Marie Saint Anglaise is the name of the town. Yeah.
Yes, and Red Buttons comes down on top of the church, slides down the roof, and his parachute catches on something. So he's just hanging off the roof. One of the Nazis shoots him, but gets him in the foot, so he pretends he's dead.
Ooh.
Yeah.
And he didn't get shot at again, but it's...
he was at a vantage point where he could watch everything going on.
Yeah.
He's one of the sources that Cornelius Ryan used to write The Longest Day because he was witness to everything that happened.
Ah.
Yeah.
Because he was basically known for being a comedian or doing funny stuff. But that's one of the more interesting. That and the some of the other clever things that were done. The deception of using George Patton, who the Nazis absolutely thought was America's best general. Of course, even then we had political correctness to deal with.
Oh, yeah.
And a lot of people, they know the story from the movie about him slapping the soldier. What they don't know is that soldier eventually went back into combat and served his term.
Yep.
You don't hear about that. Maybe it did him some good. Who knows? But he was a master strategist.
Yep.
And because even Ike may have wanted to fire him. I don't know, because he was a constant headache. But they stationed him, and he was frustrated by it in southern England when they were amassing all the, and they wanted the Nazis to think they were going to cross the channel into Calais.
And they had the Ghost Army too, those inflatable tanks.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And he was, Patton's mad. I don't know, what do I want to be in charge of a rubber army for, you know? But the deception was critical because the lookouts at Normandy were shocked to look out that morning and see 5,000 ships. They had one thing that because the Nazis, like, I don't want to say like, but they were so deluded into their own thinking. They had no idea how resourceful America was and the resources that America had.
Yeah.
They didn't realize it until late in the war. One of the great stories, you know, Germany made a last-ditch effort of the Battle of the Bulge, and they did push the Americans back. But when they pushed the Americans back, they were shocked to find them leaving fuel containers with tens of thousands of gallons of fuel to power tanks and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And they were shocked that America left them behind because they knew they had more.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's when they started to realize we're screwed, because they were rationing fuel for all of their military hardware.
Mm-hmm. Well, and they were also conscripting, you know, boys and old men to join the army because they were running out of troops.
Yeah. Yeah. The last time Hitler appeared in public, he was shaking the hands of middle teenage kids.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah.
I think that was on the 29th of April of
44?
45.
45. Yeah.
Yeah.
And, not
I
long
think the next
before.
day he killed himself in the bunker.
Yeah.
Or did he? There's so much evidence that the Nazi high command knew they were going to lose. And rather than face that, they had these channels that got them to South America.
Mm-hmm.
And many of them did. You know, Mengele died there.
And some of them got hunted down by some Jewish investigators.
Yeah. Simon Wiesenthal.
Yeah.
Never gave up. And there's a good movie about the crew of a B-17 that crashes, and they're found by some Nazi troops, and they know they have no choice but to surrender, but the Nazis shoot them all, except for one guy who had to take a leak and was in the woods and witnessed this whole.
Oh my goodness.
And then years later, he finds out that the guy that led that group was one of those that escaped to South America and goes after him. That was a pretty good watch.
Oh my goodness. Yeah.
Among other movies.
Wow.
It's a day of remembrance. I did not get a take on today's parade. I hope it was well attended downtown.
So I bet it was really cold when that happened, because that was 9 o'clock this morning.
Yeah, I feel like a total whiny ass for even saying this, but I went out on the bike today. I did my half hour, and it was pretty freaking cold. And then I hear some of the stories of cold and inconvenience and no food and everything else that those who served have had to deal with. And I feel like a total jerkpot for even bringing it up.
Yeah.
Can I tell you what's on my list?
Yes, thank you. I wrote it. Look, just to prove it to you.
Mine.
See your name there? It says Pamela. I put it there so I wouldn't be a dumbass and forget that you had movies you wanted to talk about. So please.
Mine are all more recent. So, like 4 out of 5 of them are from Iraq and Afghanistan time frame.
Yep.
Lone Survivor.
Yep.
Have you seen that?
I have not seen that.
Very good. It's a true story about a Navy SEAL team, and it's 4 guys. Only one survives in a firefight with the Taliban. And it has Mark Wahlberg in it, and he does a really good job.
Okay.
13 Hours, which is about Benghazi.
Yes, I've seen
John
that.
Krasinski.
I've seen that. It's good.
So good.
Yeah.
Jarhead. Have
I've
you ever
heard
seen
of
that? Jake Gyllenhaal. It's about Marines in the late 80s.
Mhm.
It's not Iraq, Afghanistan. It's earlier. The Hurt Locker.
Yes.
Heard of it. Haven't seen
Jeremy
it.
That's an EOD movie. So the bomb squad in Iraq, which they had a huge job. And then American Sniper, which is Bradley Cooper playing Chris Kyle.
Yeah. Yeah.
Heard about that one too.
Super good.
Did not see
These are all
it.
good choices. Very good choices.
Here's a vote for Band of Brothers.
Yes, that's a good one.
Well, it's a
I have not
that's a
seen that
TV
series.
Yeah, that's like a
Yeah.
mini series.
HBO did that. They followed, I think it was Easy Company, I think. And it's based on a book that was written about the exploits of this one particular group of soldiers.
Mhm.
And it's from what I've heard, I have not seen it, but from what I've heard, it's very good. Very good. You know,
Another
again,
one based on a book is Shooter, another Mark Wahlberg movie. Not a true story. It's fiction, but it is good about an ex sniper.
Yeah.
I mentioned Midway because it's simply in the course of World War II, not only an amazing story, but it turned the war completely around 6 months after Pearl Harbor was attacked. There was a long way to go, but that's one where you almost, God intervened in that one
yes,
to turn the tide of the war.
there were a lot of factors involved in that. The thing I really like in the Midway story is how they figured out the Japanese code. That they were trying to figure out, okay,
Yeah.
what are they talking about? We think it's Midway, we're not sure. So they sent a written message to the
Yes.
commander saying, send on the radio that your water condenser has gone out or something.
Yeah, their saltwater condenser
Mhm.
system was inoperable.
And
And
so-
the Japanese got that.
Mm-hmm.
They transmitted it and said, reports of water condenser out at AF.
Mm-hmm.
So they knew where it was going to be, but then they still had to position the aircraft carriers and some amazing pilots in a place where they were being outnumbered by aircraft carriers and ships and personnel and everything else. Turned that thing completely around. Unbelievable twists of fate.
Yeah, so many men were lost in that battle.
The 2 movies have been made about it. The first was Midway in '76, and that got too bogged down in personal drama.
Yeah, yeah. Charlton Heston is in that, and yeah,
It's just
yeah.
sappy stuff. Sappy stuff. And of course, he has a son who is serving on his ship,
Yeah.
and his son is in love with a Japanese woman. And how could you be in love with a Japanese girl after what they did? It really got thick. The movie made in 2017 is the story.
Yeah, it's much, much, much better. It's closer to reality.
Dennis Quaid plays Bull Halsey
Yeah.
in that movie. He's
Yes.
good as Halsey.
Yeah.
And Woody Harrelson as Nimitz. That was a surprise choice, but I thought he handled it really well.
Yeah, with the guys who play all the pilots. Wasn't it Nick Jonas, one of the pilots? Isn't he one of the guys who gets
Yes.
captured
Yeah.
by the Japanese and
And
then
it's a true
they're
story.
executed? Yeah.
There's a scene where the Japanese have a large bomber that has been successfully crippled by aircraft carrier gunfire, and the pilot, knowing they're going down, tries to crash it deliberately into the Enterprise,
Mm-hmm.
which would have been catastrophic. And the character that Nick Jonas played runs to his fighter plane and starts firing at this thing as it's heading towards the ship, and it just misses,
Wow.
hitting the Enterprise directly.
Mm.
True story. And it's well done. Jonas is good in that role. And then there's a scene with him later on that's rather memorable too. But we won't go there. But all kinds of great ways to remember veterans, appreciate what they did, the sacrifices they made.
Yeah.
And we hope you'll try one of the ones we suggested this afternoon. We've hit the 5 o'clock hour. We've got traffic, Wall Street Business, Brad McDonald coming up. Salem Radio Network News.
Well, we continue to be very busy. We have a few minor accidents. They don't seem to be causing any problem, and traffic is light to mostly moderate all over the area. With a lot of state employees off today, we're just not seeing the traffic numbers we normally do. But that said, it is a bit busy right now. Interstates, boulevards, Prattville, Millbrook, Wetumpka reporting light to moderate traffic. We'll update you if anything happens to slow you down. Great shopping at Midtown Plaza. Shop Verizon. Didn't eat at Hunan Garden or American Deli. Midtown Plaza and Street off I-85. Another great McClinton & Company development. Wendell J. Montgomery Skywatch Traffic.
With the Wall Street Business Report, I'm Bob Agnew. Billionaire Warren Buffett issuing a warning to Berkshire Hathaway shareholders.
The legendary investor says many companies will fare better than his Berkshire Hathaway in the decades ahead as Father Time catches up with the 95-year-old icon. But he reassures his audience that he does remain confident in his successor. The man, known as the Oracle of Omaha, reflected on life in a letter to shareholders where he also announced $1.3 billion in new charitable gifts to the 4 family foundations run by his children. Rich Thomason reporting.
Economists flagging trouble today as the University of Michigan reports consumer sentiment near record lows. Analysts blame prolonged political gridlock and ongoing job concerns. New record highs for some stocks on Wall Street today. The Dow Jones Industrial Average up by 559 points. For the Wall Street Business Report, I'm Bob Agnew.
When lunchtime rolls around, head to the place everyone's raving about, Epicure. Serving up meat and 3 specials and a gourmet burger menu every Tuesday through Friday from 11 to 2. You'll love the freshly made salads, the generous portions, and yes, the prices. There's even a $10.99 senior special. This isn't just lunch, it's family-owned goodness. Cooked fresh every day with recipes that keep folks coming back again and again. Epicure, big flavor, big portions, and big smiles.
You're listening to Leaf Filter Radio, and the guru of gutter protection himself, Chris Cunahan, is here to take your most pressing leaf-related questions and bring you a special Black Friday offer.
Hey, everybody. Chris here. I understand we have Ron on the line. Ron, where are you calling from?
Uh-oh. Ron, are you calling from a ladder?
Well, I was. I wanted to ask Chris what I need to do to get my gutters ready to have Leaf Filter installed.
Oh, Ron, you don't have to do anything. A Leaf Filter Trusted Pro will come out and clean out your gutters, realign and seal your gutters, and install Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection system.
So I didn't need to get on this ladder?
Ron, Leaf Filter Trusted Pros are in your neighborhood and ready to help. Just visit leaffilter.com/radio to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off.
Thank goodness. What was that site?
That's leaffilter.com/radio. And now, as a special Black Friday offer, you can get a free gutter inspection, plus up to 35% off. This is our best offer of the season. Unlock it now at leaffilter.com/radio. See representative for warranty details.
For too long, Alabama's statewide news companies have shamed us for our conservative Christian values. Alabama deserves a news company that cherishes our culture, a company that isn't bought and paid for by the powers that be. 1819 News is that company. Run by Alabamians for Alabamians, 1819 News celebrates what is good and beautiful about our state while exposing those who work against our values in secret. Just go to 1819news.com to learn more. Subscribe to our newsletter. That's 1819news.com.
God loves you.
Broadcasting from the Riverside Chevrolet Master Control Center, this is WACV Cusana, News Talk 93.1 FM. When it's Chevy, it's Riverside.
With SRN News, I'm Keith Peters in Washington. The Senate has passed legislation to reopen the government, bringing the longest shutdown in history closer to an end after a small group of Democrats struck a deal with Republicans. The shutdown could last a few more days as members of the House, which have been on recess since mid-September, return to Washington to vote on the legislation. Airlines have canceled over 9,000 flights across the U.S. since the FAA ordered flight cuts late last week. The cuts aim to ease demands on short-staffed control towers during the federal government shutdown. On Tuesday, another 1,200 flights were canceled as the FAA increased its target for reducing flights at major airports. On Wall Street, the Dow up by 559 points. More details at srnnews.com.
So right now may be the perfect time for you to rethink how you pay for healthcare. And here's why. This time of year is decision time for a lot of people, but it's also when you can join MediShare and save even more than usual. For many families, joining MediShare means saving about $500 a month, which is a game changer for a lot of people. But what's more, MediShare members like it. We know this from member surveys. They like it a lot. It's a proven thing now. MediShare has been around for over 30 years. It's a Christian community of hundreds of thousands of people now. And here's the thing, too. If you join before November 15th and you mention the promo code SHARE, they will waive your application fee. So you save $100 right off the bat. I'll give you the number here in a second, but just call and you'll get a price within 2 minutes. Again, the deadline is November 15th. So call now. You'll save even more. Here's the number. Call 844-45-BIBLE. That's 844-45-BIBLE, 844-45-BIBLE.
Oh, yes, they do. And like so many others, they got to learn the hard way. Like open borders. Germany is now sending everybody that walked in from Syria back. Everybody.
Yep.
They're all going to wind up doing that. And the scariest part, even worse than socialism, is trying to see how Islam works out in New York City. It's not a religion. Not radical Islam. That is a political structure.
Yep.
Why? I can't see in any way, shape, or form that seen as a, setting up Sharia courts and things like that.
Yeah.
That's not constitutional.
Mm-mm.
Where are all the people that bitch about church and state?
Yeah.
I would like to know.
Well, here's the weird thing. I wonder if you're going to have an influx of Islamists, of Muslims who come to New York thinking, okay, now it's going to be the Muslim conclave.
Yeah.
I'm wondering about that. That if you get rid of the rich people and the people that, don't want to be there, and all of a sudden you got an influx of people who are there just because they think it's going to be.
I think the president needs
Muslim
to
paradise.
leave them alone and just let it happen.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't need to do a thing. Don't threaten them with money or, because it'll crash on its own fast enough.
Totally.
Oh yeah. Oh, it's crazy.
Why do they have to learn that socialism lesson the hard way? Look at Obamacare, what that's done. saw a survey earlier today. Over 60% now identify Obamacare as the cause of higher health care, ridiculous co-pays in many instances.
No kidding.
Well, it messed up the medical system. I mean, it just totally
The government
upended everything.
getting involved in that, it was a disaster. We knew it was. Our listeners knew it was, but they went and did it anyway.
Yeah.
And now, how do you remove that herpes from the system?
I don't know. Well, there's another thing that may be disappearing soon. We may be losing movie theaters because people just aren't going. You know,
And to see what? What are they going to go there and see?
Well, that's the thing. Is that,
Hollywood produces crap. The last big
AMC
box office summer was Oppenheimer and Barbie.
yeah, AMC has reported 10% fewer customers this year than last year, and last year was 10% fewer than the year before that. So people are not going to the movie theater. That's why you got a lot of movies that are bombing.
Yeah.
And according to this,
That Sydney Sweeney movie only grossed $1 million over the weekend. That's how bad it was for that.
wow.
Of course, that's softcore pornography, but that's another story.
Yeah, that's another story.
Let's take a look at Jack Ingram's signature used cars.
Oh, yeah. Let's do it.
Where the vetting process guarantees you're looking at vehicles that are ready to deliver reliable driving miles. So if budget has you in the lower end of the market, you shopping pre-owned. Look, my last 8 purchases, all of them, signature pre-owned vehicles from Jack Ingram. Not a loser in the bunch. And a new addition today, a 2015 Ford Taurus Limited at $99.99.
Wow.
The video isn't up, but pictures of these vehicles, this one was just added today. They will have a video for you to watch.
That's cool.
Also new, 2017 GMC Terrain SLT. That's a big SUV at $12,999. And a 2019 Ford EcoSport. The one vehicle I've been kind of keeping an eye on is that it's a 2010 Ford F-150 at $49,999. Now, the car wouldn't be there whether it's 2005 or 2024. They all have one thing in common. They had to pass the most rigorous standards for resale here in the River region.
Oh, yeah.
Let me see. There it is.
There it is. There it is. Oh,
$49.99 for that pickup you see in the center of your screen. And so many other options. Sedans, large SUVs, small SUVs, economy cars. One place. They stand behind what they sell, so shop with confidence. All credit scores are welcome at Jack Ingram's SignatureUsedCars.com. Sam.
Hey, Greg. Thank you for taking my call.
Always.
I am. Master Desmond. That's Pamela.
Hello.
Y'all are talking about in New York City, and occasionally I've been having this memory pop up. The Muslims are very good about tithing. They'll give up 10% and use that to send that funding back overseas or wherever. But if you remember, right after 9/11, the FBI caught wind of that. And there were whole neighborhoods in New York City that they were bringing in and interrogating. And they went through a lot of people because they were trying to, trying to scare them about they cut off the funding. And they threatened a bunch of people and upset them. But I'm just saying that was just a generation ago. So there's probably still a lot of ill feeling, I would assume, in families from what they were put through. Supposedly it was pretty. They got a lot of. They rounded up a lot of people and tried to scare them. But I'm just throwing that out there. That factors in.
Yeah.
That whole New York City, there's a lot of resentment, I would assume. But something's wrong at the moment.
Absolutely. Very wrong.
Other than that, having a good Veterans Day.
You deserve it,
picked
buddy.
up a couple of goodies. Veteran Day. The Zaxby's sandwich that I was given today was better than Chick-fil-A.
Really?
Nice.
Hey, in Troy, Alabama, yes, it was.
We appreciate you, buddy.
Hey, bless y'all. All right, I'll talk to y'all later.
And thank you for your service.
Sam.
Brant's going to join us right after Rich's weather in just a moment.
Welcome to Eclectic Coins, Montgomery's largest coin dealer, specializing in buying and selling investment-grade gold and silver coins. And they have a large selection of rare coins and coins from around the world. Visit them at 543 Northeastern Boulevard or on the web at eclecticcoins.com. Eclectic Coins, where collectors who know go.
Rich Thomas weather, a service of Riverside Chevrolet Wetumpka. If it's Chevy